Afternoon, everybody. Coming in about 3,715 pounds. A really slick J-Feather X20E right behind us over here at A1 RV. We're selling this on behalf of the owners, but we can still do trades and financing and hitching and all that normal stuff that we do right down the street at Haylett RV. This is a really cool model. Under 4,000 pounds, under 3,800 pounds is something that could be SUV towable, obviously assuming proper specs. And by the way, if you don't know what your vehicle can handle, all you got to do is give us a call and we'll double check the specs to make sure it's safe. We always have a safety before the sale policy around here. So if you look at the history of Jayco RVs, they have another really popular hybrid called a 23B. And they looked at it and said it's a good camper. What if we condensed it just a little bit, and this is what you're left with here. It has great seating, great storage, great travel functionality. It has a slide that you don't need to be able to use the RV, but you're sure going to enjoy having it there. I've been through this camper 2 times now. I've made 2 passes, and I'm having just as much trouble the second time through as the first, finding anything that really gives me any points of concern. It looks well kept, well maintained. They only used it, they said, at most twice a year. So there were some years that apparently it was used a little bit less than that. Nice thing about a little camper like this, it's easy to store kind of out of the way. So when you're not using it, it's not like really interrupting your, life or anything like that. Here's the entry door, by the way, just to kind of help you get your bearings a little bit. And right next to it here, in front of the front queen bed, 60 by 80 queen, you've got a huge 8-foot wide, like, mega dinette. And, I mean, if you really want to gather the whole family up around this thing, you can. But what's also kind of cool, if you take a look, you see that table can float out of the way, and one of those central sections, that middle bench, can float out of the way. It's a floating storage ottoman. So if you want to leave this like a big wraparound U-dinette, you can. If you want to get the table out of the way, you can do that too. And if you want a straight, like I can walk right up to the bed and not have to climb over the dinette kind of situation, you can do that too. And that's what's kind of cool about this model. You can plan ahead to have it arranged one way or the other, or you can kind of, on the fly, convert it however you need to. Now, this is a simple entertainment camper. There's not like, being a, 2011-ish? There's not a big, massive, 40-inch high-def Jumbotron. We got ourselves a little CD stereo over here. Auxiliary input, so if you want to plug a little, cable from your phone in or something like that, good to go. If you want some Bluetoothy stuff, chances are most people have some kind of Bluetooth speaker floating around nowadays anyway. I like the cup holders on both sides of that sofa too. That sofa can fold down into an extra little bed, but those cup holders, that is a handy little thing. Not to mention, I don't want to just gloss over it. Let me crack this open up here so you can see a couple things. First of all, I love the storage up here. More storage is always better than less storage. And the double metallic struts holding that up, even given that this is a, roughly 10-year-old camper now, mechanically, this thing is just still in ace tip-top condition. That is pretty normal when you see used Jaycos come in. They really are a brand that has proven they hold up well long-term. Now, that was a fancy option at the time this was built, guys. That Insignia mounted pivoting TV up there, that was like the pinnacle of RV entertainment in its day. Funny how times change, isn't it? We've got a 5 cubic foot fridge and freezer here. If you look up top, it actually does have a little freezer pocket. And another thing I look for on a used RV like this is I will actually look in the fridge. And I don't show this on camera a lot, but this is something I do when I'm evaluating campers. And I notice that's not all moldy. So once again, somebody knew what they were doing with this camper. Now, this does not have an oven. That was not terribly uncommon given this market segment, basically. But what it does have instead is some serious storage space. Looks like they left a little knife down there. We'll have to give them a call, see if they want to come pick that up. If not, I want to get that out of here so some little kiddo walking through doesn't accidentally lose a finger or anything like that. That is not something I want on my conscience. Over here, this is where I was saying it's kind of like the X23B J-Feather. It just, instead of a double closet, has a single closet. But frankly, compared to most hybrids, this is still way more storage than you typically get. And that floor to ceiling 6.5 foot pantry right there, That is awesome. Once again, that's the kind of stuff hybrid campers just are not usually known for. Now, the RV's a little shy on counter space, but this is not something where I think you're going to be getting a little camper like this so you can sit inside and cook a Thanksgiving feast. I think if you're going to cook anything here, it's because it's a rainy day, you don't want to go cook over the fire, and you need to just heat something up real quick. So I don't personally see that as too big of a deal. I realized you hadn't really seen this corner closed up here. I thought maybe you'd like a quick pass over that. And by the way, both front and rear beds are 60 by 80 queens. Oh, we'll take a look at these from the outside, but all the material is sharp. Nothing looks like it was like left exposed to the sun. It wasn't put away wet. It's not moldy and spotty. The mattresses, I could say the same thing. And since it is internal cable-y supported, cable-y? Is that a word? It is now. Internal cable-y supported. These things are rated for 1,050 pounds. Now, I doubt you'll ever throw that much weight on there, but if you get yourself a couple rambunctious little kiddos, they've been eating s'mores all night, and you've given them a couple caffeinated sodas, maybe that's just my life, I don't know. Basically, what I'm getting at is they're not gonna break anything. Those bed ends are like overrated for big, like heavy adult use. Now, this is what I call a just the facts, ma'am kind of bathroom. It is. There's nothing too special here, but it gets the job done. You need to get in, take a quick rinse off, kind of military shower. You just got to do your little business over here on the pot. There's what is also nice though. It's just a facts, ma'am kind of bathroom, but at least you have a sink in here, so you're not washing your bathroom hands in the kitchen sink, you know. And I tell you what, I am pretty darn happy with just about every single thing I can see here from the ground level on this RV. Like if I get you right up here by these bed ends, you're going to see that they're not all moldy and spotted. They weren't put away wet. They're not torn and snagged or anything like that. They look fantastic. This is one of the first Jaycos that rode on a different kind of frame. It's a huck-bolted kind of aircraft style chassis. It helps keep the weight down on this one. That's kind of the idea behind it right here. The slide out, again, just simple push button operation. And since it is so small, you know, if you do open it up like at a storage depot or something, you have room to get through there. But again, it is so small and you can get through it so easily without the slide open. I just don't know that you're going to need to. The tires here look pretty good. I don't see weather checking. I don't see dry rotting. I don't see like seal problems. Everything looks good around here. Everything looks very good, actually. I like that little camp shower right there above the sewer hookup station. That'll be very useful in the event that you need a little kind of quick campsite cleanup. I do wish more campers would give us outside showers on the door side of the RV, but that is more of a conversation to have in the new RV market. It has nothing really to do with this one. This is an all aluminum skeleton. It is 6-sided laminated. So laminated roof, floor, sidewalls, front and rear walls, everything on this. That is part of the reason they have been able to keep the weight down so low on this one. The awning, I would say, looks pretty fair considering the model year. I'm not really disappointed with what I see. It does show a couple little signs of aging, like there's a little snag there on the left-hand side. But again, I'm having to really go out of my way to find anything on this that isn't just aces. The Jayco stickers here actually have held up better than the original dealer stickers. We weren't the dealer who sold this product, but evidently they have not good stickers. Overall, I like what I see. I also like it, like you might have noticed how the lights were on inside. That's something that I look for when I'm doing these RV tours on a used RV. If someone keeps their battery topped off and charged up, that tends to really be a person who maintains the RV actively and consistently instead of waiting for something to go wrong that they have to repair. I don't see that type of ownership here. I see the good kind instead. So if you're ready to go camping and this looks like the right one for you, give us a call and let's get you going. And if this isn't the right one, remember, we've only got a whole bunch of other options here for you at A1 RV and even more down the street at Haylett RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.